But I don't want no tea. It gives me a headache.
Oh, what shall we have then?
Coffee.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been pretty busy for a little while now. I've been getting some stuff done. First thing I'll show you is I made a little flag. First thing I did was took a Kriegsmarine flag off the internet and I put it on a program I have, that paint program, and I made it really tiny. I found the scale that I wanted and I made it and I printed it out. I printed forward and a negative, put them like a 1/16 of an inch or less close to each other, and then printed it out, and this is what I got. I got a nice little, well, let's see if I can get you, nice little Kriegsmarine flag from World War II. Took it and I folded it over where the little white line was between the two flags, dabbed a little glue on the end right here, folded over, dabbed a little glue, and then I left it open and I put glue in there and I just folded it right to the edge. As it was drying, I took, and the glue I used was the Gator Grip acrylic hobby glue. Stuff works great. Use it on clear canopies, photo-etched parts. If you use it a little bit, it dries really quick. If you use a lot, it takes a while to dry. I'm going to end up using this to put on the to adhere the torpedo launcher, torpedo loader onto the sub. It's very dries clear, and it's very nice stuff. It's like $5 or $6. Anyway, when the flag was drying, you can see, I'll show pictures a little later, you can see how curved it is and stuff. Well, when it was drying, I just took some tubing, some very small wire, and I bent it, and then as it dried just wavy looking like that. So when I put it on the flag pole, it'll look nice and wavy and look really nice. I also ordered some, I didn't know what to do for the rigging for the ship, so I ordered some stuff I found online. Actually, if you've ever been to Wingnut Wings, which is Peter Jackson's company, they make the 1/32 scale World War I aircraft. Oh, I love World War I aircraft. Anyway, he started selling this stuff called Easy Line, and it's for doing the rigging on all the airplanes. And this stuff can stretch to 700 times its size or length. I've watched a video where they had like the line going across and a wooden stick came over and went boom and back. This stuff is awesome. Well, he was selling for $16 a roll. I found the company, looking at the picture, I found the company online, and here it is, Easy Line. It comes in different colors. This is charcoal. It's a small, thin line. I don't know if you can see it right here or not. And this stuff I want to use for my rigging. It goes from the front to the front of the con tower forward. I'll use it to go to the rear. That way I have a little bit of tension. I don't have to worry about breaking off. I was worried about using fishing line or sprue or something like that. This stuff will be the cat's meow for me. You just glue it in one end with super glue. You bring it right to where you're going to glue it to. Cut it off 3 to 5 millimeters short of where you want it to go to. Grab it with some tweezers, put a drop of super glue on it, and adhere it right to where you're going to glue it to, and then put a little zip kicker in there or something like that to harden it real quick. They say it works fantastic. So that's the newest thing I've got at Easy Line. I've also been testing different things on my spare con tower. I was scared. I didn't know. I was going to use 2 different dull coats on this thing. One was Model Master dull coat. I was going to use that, and I had some. I tried it on this side, and then I wanted to try the Vallejo matte varnish, because being over top of acrylic, I want to make sure it didn't whiten it, or I never used acrylic clear coat before. This stuff you just put right in the airbrush. It's already airbrush ready. You put it right in. I sprayed it on this side. Worked out wonderful. It's not as flat as the Model Master flat. If you ever do Model Master flat, buy a brand new jar. You will notice, don't shake it, all the sediment at the bottom of the jar. Let's say this is a jar. The sediment will be at the bottom of the jar. Don't touch that. Open the lid, suck out the top, like quarter to a third of the top clear liquid. Close the lid, shake it up, get it all mixed up. Then you can put it in your airbrush, thin it and put it in your airbrush and spray it. It will come out totally flat. I guarantee it. It works for me all the time. If you just leave it the way it is, it comes out a little bit of a sheen to it. If you want your tanks or like this, I'm going to make this totally flat. But if I wanted to make it totally flat, I would spray it on here. This worked wonderful. All the washes of the black wash I put on here as a test over top of the blue-gray stayed even with this flat coat, and it stayed even with the matte varnish. It didn't run. I sprayed a couple light coats. It didn't run or anything on me. But this does, the matte varnish from Vallejo does have a little bit of sheen to it. It's not totally flat. But I figured that would be pretty good because, you know, ships are always wet. A little bit of sheen to it, not bad. I've also experimenting with, you probably can't see it, but experimenting with the Flory Models wash with rust. That worked pretty good. I also tried the Flory Models, the pigment rust. That worked pretty good, except on a glossy area. It tends to rub off really easy, even without licking the Q-tip or anything. It just rubs off real quick. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is when I get this all, the sub all black washed, I mean, it's already black washed, but when I get this pin wash I'm going to show you today done, I'm going to show you, I want to spray paint the whole thing flat. And that way when I put the rust colors on to do all the weathering, it'll work out better. Okay, other than that, you can see on here, I've already weathered this also. I put the black wash on here, worked out nice. Used Q-tips to get it off. Worked out just like I thought. So I'll be rusting this up a little bit. I'm not going to do a lot of rust, so I'm just going to weather this lightly because I just want it as a showpiece. I'm not going to enter it like, oh, it was coming into port and looks like crap, you know. All right, so first thing to do, I want to teach you how to make a gouache. What I use to make a gouache is Revell gouaches. You see the gouache color set? It's real nice. It comes at 18, real cheap. Over at Best Buy, over at Michael's or AC Moore, comes with 18 different colors. Today we're going to use black. So first thing you do is you're going to need a jar, or you can if you're just going to mix a small one, like maybe I should do right now, but I'm going to mix a jar to show you how to do it. Just a nice little tray right here to mix your stuff in. But I want to show you in a jar. You need a gouache. Make sure it's gouache. Gouache is transparent. You're going to need some Future floor wax. I've had this forever. You're going to need some water. This is reverse osmosis water. It's great value from Walmart. It is reverse osmosis water. That's the cleanest you're going to get. And you're going to need some dish soap. All right, let's get started. First thing you're going to do is open your gouache. You're going to take some out. You're just going to need a small little piece. Not much. See how it comes out like this? You're just going to need a little bit. It needs to be mixed up a little bit. It's been sitting for a long time. Okay, see that? That's a little bit. You don't need much. Let's put that in the bottom or on the side. How many has a little bit more? You're not going to mix this up a whole lot. You're just going to set things in there. So I put the gouache in there. Okay. Now I'm going to do a pin wash today. I'm not going to slop it all over and make a big mess. I'm just going to do a little bit of a pin wash today. So basically, here we go. We now have the wash in there. We're going to put a drop, just one drop of soap in there. Okay? Let's get a drop. And just one drop. And come on. Put it in the bottom. There we go. Okay, one drop of soap. You're going to put... I want to do this in the weird order, but now you don't want a whole lot of water in there. You just want a little bit of water. It'll help you, get what you want. So what we're going to do is just put a little bit of water in here. Oops, hope you can see. And maybe a little bit more. You don't want a whole lot, but you just want enough to see how the gouache started moving around already. Okay, now there's your water in there. Now you're going to take your Future wax. You're going to fill it up, mainly with Future wax. That's going to help everything run around. There we go. And voila. Now don't shake it up. You can stir it a little bit if you want to. That's fine, but I'm not going to hit the gouache too much. I just want to get that soap maybe in there with the water. Oops, sorry. Keep forgetting that. I keep getting in your way, just so you can see. Just do this, okay? There we go. Now, you can see some of it's already grayish black. Here's the main wash right here. Gouache, I mean gouache. I keep saying gouache instead of wash. You're making a wash out of gouache. All right, now here it is over here, a black spot. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do a pin wash today on this thing. And let's see how close I can get here for you. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit these wooden, the rusty panels here, because I didn't want to smear it all over the place on them. So I just wanted to do a tiny pin wash. I'm going to use my fine brush here. It's a 3-0, and you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in here. Now, depending how dark you want it, how much of that you're going to hit. You know, how much of the gouache you're going to hit. So let's see. Oops, see, I hit a lot of it there. But that's not bad. I'll just wipe it off a little bit. So I got some gouache on there. If it's not dark enough when you put it on, you can always dip it again. Now watch. I'm going to touch this right to the part, and I want it to darken. See how it darkens that? Now I don't want to hit it all too thick, so I'll wipe it in the areas I don't want it. It kind of glosses it up because of that. One thing about gouache is if you put too much on or whatever, oops, I got a little too much on there. Just put it to the cracks that you want. That's all I'm doing. Just put it to darken the cracks. See how it darkens? I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll do my best. Just hit it into the cracks. That's all I'm trying to do. Now with gouaches, I've found in the past is that it ends up sometimes lightening when you put a coat of dull coat on or something like that. See, I got it in the panels right here. You can see in there. I've got it in the lines. And what this is doing, because of the future wax, it's running to all the areas I want it to. Now, I can always come back here with more rust and touch it up. Now, see, I'm kind of darkening it a little bit, which I did want to darken it. But I really got the thickness in the panel itself. See the difference between that and the other ones? Now I'm going to keep doing this on all of this sub, and you can hold it level, whatever you want to do, you know. Okay, let me dip it in there, and then, you know, get it first. Let me get it in here. We got some cracks in here I want to hit. See how it gets, if you can see or not. Let me see if you can see. Get it in the cracks here. Oops, need a little bit more. And the soap in there helps everything. Just barely touch it. You know, get it in all the cracks you want to get. If it's too thick or too dark, go in there. See how it darkens it up like that? It's cool, huh? And if you don't like it a little bit, then just go in there and hit the areas. You just move it around as it's drying. Same thing up here. Let me get this. Now I'm going to be doing this on my gun, my 88, and the I'll say it's a little dark. I don't like that. So what I'll do, go in here, wipe some of it across, and it tends to just be real careful. Oh, I hope you can see it. Yeah. Just, you know, if it's not where you want it, it will be. If you just keep playing with it, get in all the cracks you want it. But that's how it works. If you don't like it, just wipe it off on your pants like I just did, and go in here and move it around while it's drying. And it'll get it back in the cracks, and it'll lighten it on top if you want to lighten it on top. It's kind of cool, huh? Yeah, gouaches are a lot of fun. I really enjoy them. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I'm going to be doing that through this whole area on the sub. And I'll be hitting certain areas, not other areas. So I just want to show you how I do that. And it's that simple. I'll be doing the front. I'll be doing the over here at the front cable cutter. Back here on these, all the little parts I'm going to be using this on. Then after I get all that done, I got little bits of hair and stuff from the Q-tips on here. I'll be getting all that stuff off on the sides. Then I'll spray a flat coat on the whole thing. Then I can go into weathering it more. Same thing with the con tower. Now we can go into more with the rust stuff that I want to do. Like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot of rust. Also, I'm sorry, I also have to do the periscopes. And these are so fine, I have to go in here with the gouache and hit those areas I want to hit and darken them and leave them alone. Then I'll spray them flat. Oh, did I tell you? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, other than that, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll get back to you.